Hello everyone, welcome back to 60 Seconds. I know it's been a little while since we last did this, but it is back. And let's see, hopefully this might be the last day. Well, the last episode for this. It's a good game, it's not going well if I remember correctly. But anyway, we were relieved at first when we figured out it wasn't Soviets we heard. Turned out it was Canadians, which isn't much better. Either way, they're foreigners, and we couldn't understand what they were saying. Not a word. How disappointing. Timmy should eat something. Today's been fine for Dolores so far, and Ted is fine. I don't remember when he last ate, so he's just going to get food. We can keep sitting on our backsides here in this tiny little bunker, or we can start thinking about getting away as far as possible from this radioactive wasteland. Who would have thought the Reds would ruin such a lovely neighborhood? We could do it on our own. The escaping part, not the ruining part, of course. However, there might be someone out there who can help us. Let's do it. I'm hoping Mary Jane was sent out to do something. We know it. The government has not fallen, and they're coming to save us. They didn't give the exact dates in their radio transmission, but we're sure they won't keep us waiting long. They said they will be in touch in a couple of days and told us to wait further instructions. Nothing new for Timmy. Dolores would love to eat and drink. And if Ted doesn't drink anything, he won't last long. Well, they can skip one day. Sharikov can take care of itself, but we can't help but wonder how much of a self-made cat it is. It just so happens that we found an address on its collar, as it's unlikely its owner is still alive, and a trip to the wasteland is always risky. You know what? It's a cat. Let's just keep the cat. We're not going to give it back. I'm sorry. If I had a little fluff ball, I'd be keeping it too. Alright. She's back. She doesn't look bad. This cat belongs to us now. It's our new dear friend and available addition to our bunker. We managed to use it as a pillow for a while. Whole 10 seconds yesterday before it almost scratched our eyes out. Clearly, it's very fond of us. It's staying, and that's final. Nothing made us happier than the sight of Mary Jane returning. We believe that our expedition to the wasteland must have been followed by strangers. Alright. Well, she went to the zoo to visit on weekends. We were happy to report that it was a productive supply run as well as educational trip. We saw pterodactyls, chimpanzees, a porcupine, a small army of catroaches, and their majestic creature that have emerged among the post-nuclear fauna. A friendly-looking crabtopus observed the sea life section from a distance in its den. We found the body of a zoo worker with some of his possessions lying around. Bug spray. We lost the axe. So Mary Jane is hungry and tired. It's fine. Timmy needs a drink. Okay. Mary Jane is the only one who doesn't need to drink. And Timmy... She don't need a drink. And Timmy and Ted don't need food. There we go. We found an anonymous note next to our shelter door. Whoever wrote it requests that we send one representative to a meeting tonight in a set location. That person must come unarmed. This worries us a bit. But the author assures us he or she is friendly and doesn't mean it hurt us. Oh. Let's send Ted. Ted, you look healthy, you look good. Hopefully you come back healthy. He's there. That's usually a good sign. The meeting was organized by the twin siblings, a brother and sister who took it upon themselves to scout the remains of the city, looking for trustworthy and decent people. They seemed honest about their intentions and were more than happy to meet them again. They said they know where to find us and they're going to contact us if they need some help. Ted has safely returned. Mary Jane could use some more food. Nothing with Timmy. Dolores is hungry. And that's it. So the ladies are hungry. We're doing pretty good on food right now. Alright. Dolores and Ted are doing pretty good, so one of those two will head out in this next day. Dolores looks... Oh, great. Ted's sick. I was going to say, Dolores looks very healthy, and then also... We can take care of ourselves. Ted seems to have developed an allergy to a furry guest. He's been coughing and sneezing all night long. We should try to give him some medication. Mary Jane is hungry and thirsty. Timmy is fine. Dolores is fatigued and Ted is sick. Well, you're both of those things. I'm going to send him out. Well, he's going to be using the med kit. Take the rifle with. It's our only means of protection, but take it with. I mean, he'll be fine because we did give him the med kit before he went. Mary Jane didn't cause any trouble today. Timmy is talking about nothing other than water. And Dolores needs water. So these two need some water. We ran out of songs, short poems, you remember from school, and funny silent movie quotes. We decided we were just a step away from going insane. You know what? Play some cards. Timmy looks very healthy right now. Mary Jane is fine, doesn't eat anything. Timmy is hungry. And Dolores is fine. So, Timmy, eat up. We got plenty of food. The holes in our bunker doors aren't just big enough for just rats. They can easily fit a cat. We noticed Sharikov has been sneaking outside every other night and coming back in the morning. Maybe he found something edible nearby and likes to go out for a midnight snack. If that's the case, we went in on this plan. Should we follow him next time he goes outside? Yeah, see what's going on, mostly. Shurikov's gone. Sharikov took us to an old junkyard and is inhabited by a lone resident. A self-proclaimed scientist living in an old bus converted into a lab to conduct his experiments. The doc seemed happy to have his little pet back, although the cat showed no enthusiasm at the prospect. We exchanged some small talk, but truth be told, we were kind of in a hurry to get out of there. The scientist didn't seem completely sane. He mentioned something about escaping the wasteland in a spaceship. Water for Mary Jane, Timmy is good, and Dolores is good. We learned a valuable lesson recently. If you don't do anything about roaches in your home, they will end up with more roaches. Well, we got bug spray. Let's take care of the problem. There we go. Ted is back. He broke the gun, but he got us another suitcase, so that's good. We won the battle, but maybe even the war. After the massacre was over, we tidied up the cockroaches' remains and dumped them next to our shelter door. Let that be a warning to all other insects out there. Don't mess with us. Ted has returned. Our little trip to the might have been spotted and followed. We should be more careful next time. He had a gun. Despite his rather calm demeanor, Timmy got into a few fights before the apocalypse. His last victory was beating a kid named Ethan with a stick. Ethan's parents were furious and invited us over to discuss Timmy's behavior. Before we could schedule a meeting, the world went to hell. During our trip, we found their house and knocked on the door, but nobody answered. We decided to go in and investigate. Behind the remains of their kitchen counter, we found bottled water. That's good. We found their garage empty. They might have gone on vacation before the apocalypse. Maybe they even survived. They left behind a few suitcases, though we didn't think they would mind us borrowing one. Alright. The living room is quite spacious and nicely decorated. There's not much left of it now, but we managed to salvage a checkerboard from the rubble. We even found some checker pieces. Rifle's done. Timmy needs water. Dolores needs water. And Ted is hungry. Water, 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 water. Hungry. Hell yeah! Definitely sending somebody out. Being safe down here is much better than being pulverized out there, but that doesn't mean we don't want to go outside. Maybe we could take a walk soon? Oh. That was a scary sound. We do seem to be doing decent. We're going to be sending Timmy, I can guarantee that. Okay, do we have to take care of ourselves or will someone come to our rescue? When we woke up today, we discovered that Sharkov somehow found its way back into the shelter. Does that mean it'll stay for good? We're not sure. What exactly transpired between the little guy and its owner? We asked, but it wouldn't tell. Mary Jane's good. Timmy's good. Dolores is good, and Ted is hungry. Well, we're sending Timmy. He's going to take the suitcase, the gas mask, and the map. Take all those things, and hopefully it'll go well. Bring us a new gun. Okay, Mary Jane is hungry and thirsty. Dolores is hungry. Everybody's hungry. And almost everybody is thirsty. And Dolores is the only one that doesn't need water, so... Oh wow, we're getting low on food. Of course. The one time I need the map. So today an army broadcast interrupted our, let's call it breakfast anyway. They seemed very eager to evacuate us away from here, but then there were several things that needed to happen before they do it. The first thing up on the list, we were to give it geographical coordinates, and we need to get there to leave a sign we're still alive. This should be easy with a map. I kind of sent the boy with the map. Maybe I should have sent him with a checkerboard. We were sure we could find the location without a map. We were wrong. Hopefully we'll get lucky next time. Mary Jane didn't cause any trouble today. Dolores needs some water. And that's actually it. Curiosity almost killed the cat. Sharkov found a tiny wire sticking out from the ceiling and pulled it out. Plaster and debris fell on the table, topped off with a big meowing furball. What is this thing anyway? Nobody remembers it being there before. The cat might be getting angry. The cat might get angry if we take it away the wire. So maybe it's best to leave it. Or should we examine it? Examine? I don't know about you guys, but I want to know any suspicious wires going on. Ted does not look good. We grabbed the cable and followed it to a rusty old truck parked in our neighbor's driveway. Upon opening the door, we were confronted with two men wearing huge headphones, and they looked extremely surprised to see us. They wiretapped our shelter when we were asleep, and they were listening to everything we said. We gave them hell and marched back to our bunker. But yeah, why? Why would they do that? Mary Jane is fine. Dolores is okay. Nothing to do with Ted, but this picture is very disturbing. considering everybody's supposed to be okay. Those agents that we just chewed out are there. Let's hear them out. Maybe it was some sort of misunderstanding. They were agents, real, live, secret agents on a government mission. We saw their identity cards briefly. They were listening in on us. It was the cat they were interested in. They made a request to wanting us to aid them with some of their top secret missions in the future. If we do that, they promise they will extract us to a government safe house full of supplies and donuts. Hopefully they come back soon with more information. Okay, so water for Mary Jane. Dolores is fine, and Ted needs water. Now, we don't have the Boy Scout book, so we can't do that. Alright, looks like we got the... You brought us back hardly anything with a long... Oh my god, kid. And so we were left with no photos and no news and no happy thoughts. The world is too cruel. We were afraid for Timmy, but he came back. Everyone joined in decorating their lawns and houses. Plenty of fun. They're talking about past memories. The street doesn't look like it was used for any celebrations anytime soon. Not in the next 100 years anyway. But we had an idea. Maybe something useful could still be in the rubble. A band of kids was playing war nearby ruins. They had plenty of real guns and ammunition. It is very encouraging to see that these kids are making the best of a terrible, terrible situation. They even shared some of the ammunition. The debris formed a tunnel of sorts, and at the end of the tunnel there was a bright light. We were amazed, we were frightened, we were curious. We soon discovered the meaning of all of this. Yep, a flashlight. The map really took a beating, the gas mask was damaged, and the suitcase is gone. Good job, kid. You got us a flashlight and ammunition that we don't have a gun for. Okay, so Mary Jane is fine. Timmy needs food. Water is what Dolores wants. Yeah, just water for Dolores. Okay. Yeah, we're definitely going to be sending somebody out for an expedition because... you know what? When we heard a knock on the door this morning, we held our breath in fear, but we heard children's voices coming from outside. We decided to open it up. It turned out the voices belonged to a pair of Girl Scouts. They used to sell cookies, but they have branched out now and they're offering other items too. Smart. We will give a lock for the med supplies. I think that's a very smart trade. I mean, med supplies, that's a pretty big deal. Okay, the girls were very kind and their prices were more than fair, so we gladly accepted their offer. How very clever of them to keep their business alive even after the apocalypse. We're impressed. Mary Jane's fine, Timmy is hungry, Dolores is fine. Alright, so Timmy's hungry. Dolores is going to go. And she's going to take the checkerboard. Take something with you. I've never seen checkerboard actually useful, so take it with. Mary Jane is hungry and thirsty. Timmy is hungry and thirsty. Dolores is gone. So everybody needs everything. Oh, it's hard to keep track of time down here. Can't tell if it's night or day. Our sleeping patterns are messed up. These terrible lighting bulbs. We just got this med kit, and now we have to use it again already. But at least it kept them a bit healthier. They look really, really rough right now. Our first aid kit was well stocked with a variety of medical supplies, including a pack of sleeping pills. We never thought we'd use them, but in these conditions, it's the right thing to do. Also, it was nice to change from our usual diet of tomato soup. We are all rested now and can enjoy our time in the shelter, or can we? Mary Jane's fine, Timmy's hungry again, and Ted is rested. He's just been eating day after day after day. Yep, listen to the radio, see what we can't find out. So I'm probably only going to go for about 20 days again. And then give it a little bit of a break. Oh! Some friendly soul on the radio was talking about a supply pack she'd lost during a trip through our town. We immediately realized she must have driven through our street. We rushed out and got to the package before anyone else. 2 water, 1 soup, and 1 Boy Scout. That's awesome. Mary Jane is fine. Timmy is fine. And Ted is fine. Confined spaces are not very friendly environment, and we were quickly gotten into argument over trivial things. If this keeps up, we might find ourselves in a nasty place. So 1 more day, and we'll see what ends up happening here. Enough arguing. There are no more important things to worry about. Mary Jane is thirsty. Timmy is thirsty. And Ted is thirsty. I think we can do that. We've been hearing strange noises lately. It is coming from the outside, or is it something that came into the shelter with us? Could it be? We found nothing. We feel like it might be going crazy. We should probably get busy with something to keep us occupied before it gets worse. Go for the cards. Heart of the cards. Alright. Well, that'll do it for today's episode. So hopefully this next one will be able to finish this up. If you guys want to see more of 60 Seconds, please just let me know. And until next time, later guys.